Okay, so August 2022, first time ko mag-host sa Airbnb. I had zero experience, walang training, wala akong alam. I enlisted yung condo namin ni wife, nilagay ko sa Airbnb at sinabi ko sa sarili ko, sige, susubukan ko. My first month, I earned 28,238. Then 3 months later, super host na ako. Today, 4 units na ako, 4.9 ratings, 78 reviews, lahat pinapatakbo ko remotely habang ginagawa ko yung ibang businesses ko. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did yung setup cost ko, yung pricing, yung mistakes, lahat real numbers. Wait, bago ko kalimutan, I made a free guide called the Airbnb 5-Minute Viability Guide para malaman mo kung worth it ba ang property mo for Airbnb before you spend anything else. First, link in the description, download it now, follow along habang kinikwento ko ang journey ko. How it started? The 2018 decision. So, ganito nagsimula to. 2018, binili namin ni wife yung condo sa Grand Central Residences, EDSA Corner, Sultan Street, dito sa Mandaluyong. So, si Cityland yung developer. Yung plan namin noon was for long-term rental. Maghanap ng tenant, makatanggap ng fixed rent every month. Classic. But long-term rental in the Philippines has one big problem. You get one fixed amount every month. Yes, predictable yung income mo. But you cannot increase it easily. And if the tenant doesn't pay you or tumalbog yung cheque niya, you're stuck. Then, pandemic hit. So, in August 2022, I made the decision. I shifted from long-term rental to Airbnb. Short-term, flexible, better income potential. And at that time, the unit was still mortgaged. I was paying it while trying to earn from it. My first 3 guests were OFWs and balikbayans. They left 5-star reviews and that was my signal that this works. And yung 28,238, later, I knew I was not going back to long-term rental. Kung may konto ka ngayon na nakatambay lang o nag-iisip ka mag-invest ng property dito sa Philippines, I want you to watch this whole video at mag-subscribe ka. Every week, may bago akong i-share. Yung actual numbers ng aking 4 units, yung TikTok affiliate, lahat ng businesses ko, walang theory, just what I am actually earning. The setup, what it really costs. Okay, isa sa mga tanong na palagi kong natatanggap, magkano ba magsimula ng Airbnb? So, let me be real with you. For my first unit, I spent approximately 50 to 60,000 pesos to furnish it completely. And I want to be clear about completely means for Airbnb in the Philippines. You do not need luxury. You need the basic done right. Aircon, non-negotiable. Guests will leave 1-star review for over a hot room. Bed and quality mattress, the most important item. Cheap mattress equals bad sleep equals bad review. Water heater for the shower. OFWs and balikbayans expect this. Refrigerator, cooking tools, sofa, work area, functional, not fancy. TV and internet, guest needs both. Fast Wi-Fi especially. 50 to 60,000 pesos, yan ang target mo, hindi 200,000 pesos. Hindi renovation, basic, malinis, functional. Now, yung pricing ko, nung nagsisimula ako, it's 999 pesos per night. Mababa, yes, intentional, kasi gusto ko makakuha ng booking, gusto ko muna ng reviews. So within a year, I tried to increase it slowly from 999 to 1,200. Ngayon, it's 1,400 to 1,800 per night. Smart pricing on, minimum of 15 days ang booking. Yung minimum of 15 days, ito yung hindi ko ginawa noon at nagsisi ako. Kapag pala maiksi ang booking, mas maraming turnover, mas maraming pagod, then mas maraming linis. Kapag 15 days minimum, mas stable ang income, mas magana ang operations. The full setup checklist, including the exact items I bought and what to prioritize, is inside the free Airbnb starter checklist. In the description, I break it down so you know exactly what to spend and what to skip. How I become a superhost in 3 months. So yung superhost batch, maraming tao ang iniisip, complicated ito. Hindi. Consistent lang. 4 requirements lang talaga ang tinitingnan ni Airbnb. 1. 4.8 overall rating pataas. Ako, 4.9 ngayon. Minimum of 10 stays within 100 days. Kailangan mo lang mabook ng mabilis sa simula. 3, 90%. Response rate pataas. Ako, 96% ngayon. Meaning, bawat mensahe sumasagot ako agad within the hour palagi. 4, less than 1% cancellation. Ni minsan, hindi pa ako nag-cancel ng confirm booking ni isa. 3 months, 4 requirements, that is the formula. But here's what the Airbnb website does not tell you. The real key to hitting Superhost fast is your first 5 reviews. Those first 5 reviews will build your ranking, your visibility, your credibility on the platform, and everything else will follow from there. My very first guest was an OFW. She was so tired from the long trip, so I let her check in early. No extra charge. She left a review that said, Mr. Bernie's place is at the perfect location, very easy to get around with the public transport, walking distance to the mall and markets. His place is clean, great, and everything you need. What I like was he let me check in early without additional charges since we were tired from the long trip. We would definitely come back again. That review, that one decision I let her check in early at no charge, set the tone for everything and came after. Hospitality is not about the unit, it's about the host. In my next video, I will break down exactly how I manage all 4 units remotely. The AI-powered system I built to automate my templates, income tracker, and guest communication. Subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it. The mistakes I made. Let me tell you the things I got wrong because this is where you save the most time if you learn from someone else's mistakes. Mistake number 1, I priced too low at the start. I set low nightly rate intentionally. I wanted bookings fast. I wanted reviews fast. The strategy worked, but I left money on the table in those first months. What should I have done is set a competitive rate from day 1 and let the quality of the unit justify it. Mistake number 2, I had no system. I was doing everything manually. Cleaning, communication, check-in coordination, income tracking. I was the host, the cleaner, the accountant, and the customer service team all at once.
It was exhausting.
Now I eventually hired a trusted cleaner. Actually, the same person who helps at my water refilling station. Now I just inform the lobby guard, he's coming, I do not even need to be there. Mistake number 3, I was not strict on my cancellation at first. I let the guests cancel too easily. It hurt my income and my scheduling. Now my cancellation policy is firm and strict, no exceptions. And mistake number 4, I was treating my listing like a long-term rental. Generic photos, basic descriptions, no attention on how the listing looked like to someone's browsing Airbnb at midnight, deciding where to stay. Your hero photos are your first impression. If they misalign with the reality, you will get complaint. Your listing photos must match what the guest walks into exactly. I'm telling you this because when I started in 2022, I couldn't find a single Filipino creator who was sharing real numbers from real Airbnb units in the Philippines. I was figuring it out alone. That is exactly why this channel exists, so you don't have to. The guest story and what I learned. So I want to tell you about one guest that taught me more about hosting than any article or video ever did. He was a senior Filipino from Canada, a balikbayan. We communicated well before his arrival. I answered every questions. I gave him also discounts for the longer stay. I did everything right. But in the middle of his stay, he started complaining and comparing everything from Canada versus Philippines. The sidewalk sa labas, internet speed, the market, the noise from EDSA. He wanted to cancel. Now, at this point, a lot of hosts panic. They try to negotiate, they offer refunds, they get emotional. I did none of that. I stayed calm. I addressed every concern politely with a smile. Kahit sa text message. And I also reminded him clearly about my cancellation policy is firm. So if he wanted to escalate, he was welcome to contact Airbnb directly for assistance with any future refund decisions. So he stayed for a while. He did not leave any bad review. I learned something important that day. Your cancellation policy is not just a rule. It is a protection for your business. A firm policy communicated politely is not rude. It is professional. It is what separates from a real host to someone just trying to make the guest happy at any cost. Everything I just shared, the setup cost breakdown, the superhost requirements, the pricing strategy, the cancellation policy, I put it all into the free Airbnb starter checklist. It is the guide that I wish I had August 2022. Link in the description. It's free. Download it now. Where I am now? What's next? Today, I have 4 units at Grand Central Residences in Mandaluyong. 4.9 overall rating, 78 reviews, 96% response rate, 70 to 80% occupancy rate. Monthly average income across all 4 units is around 29 to 30,000 even during slow season. So I manage everything remotely. My cleaner handles the physical turnover and I handle the communication on my phone between other appointments, between the Airbnb check-ins, between TikTok affiliate or other businesses. I integrated AI to run the operational side. The templates for the guest messages, income trackers, pricing calculators, the whole system is built to run without me being physically present. This is the Airbnb business I have built from 1 condo unit, 1 decision, and the 28,238 pesos in my first month. If you have a condo unit sitting empty or you are thinking about your first property investment in the Philippines, I want you to consider this seriously. The entry cost is lower than you think. The income potential is real and the system once built run itself. So, kaya natin ito 1 unit at a time. Before you go, 3 things. 1, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Next week, I am covering the AI system I built to manage the 4 Airbnb units remotely. So, you don't want to miss that. 2, download the free Airbnb starter checklist. The link in the description. Everything from setup costs to getting your first 5-star review. 3, if you are ready to go deeper, check out the Airbnb and business blueprint on my Gumroad. Real steps, real numbers, built specifically for Filipino market.